Hello, crewmates and cruise addicts. This is GFree, your cruise therapist, with your daily boarding call for Friday, July 24th, 2026. Thanks for tuning in and welcome aboard the Daily Boarding Call, where we unpack today's biggest cruise and travel headlines without charging you an overweight baggage fee or asking you to put your emotional support luggage underneath the seat in front of you. Coming up, the same Alaska expedition ship has now appeared in a fourth CDC illness report. 14 people are injured after a river cruise crashes near Vienna, and the Explora III officially joins the luxury cruise fleet. Plus, a new movie is sending travelers straight to Greece. Rising fuel prices are putting the squeeze on the airlines, and Universal says theme park attendance is getting a little softer. So grab your coffee or your cocktail, your passport, and your hand sanitizer. It's time for today's boarding call. First up, why does this keep happening? The National Geographic Sea Bird has now been linked to a fourth CDC-reported gastrointestinal illness event during its 2026 Alaska season. Now let's be clear. This is one small expedition ship and not the entire cruise industry, so don't get your panties in a wad. But 4 reports connected to the same vessel? Honey, this is a pattern, not a coincidence wearing a captain's hat. Previous sailings have involved passengers reporting symptoms such as vomiting and abdominal pain. The ship and health officials have used enhanced cleaning, sanitation, reporting, and outbreak response procedures. The important takeaway is not to panic. It is to wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. Where is Mr. and Mrs. Washy when you need them? Avoid sharing food or utensils, and hopefully the lady over on Carnival was not on this ship using the dinner forks, and report symptoms immediately. Hand sanitizer is helpful, but neurovirus can be stubborn. That little germ said, "Your lemon scented gel is adorable." And please, if you are sick, do not drag yourself to the buffet because you've already paid for the cruise. Order yourself some room service. The mashed potatoes will survive without you. Now for a serious developing story. The river cruise ship Anna Katharina reportedly struck a quay wall. A quay wall is a retaining structure, and it also struck a lock gate near Vienna early Friday morning. 14 people were injured and 6 were taken to the hospital for further treatment. Other passengers were treated at the scene, and guests were later transferred to another ship. We are sending our thoughts and prayers to everyone injured and hoping for a full and speedy recovery. Authorities are investigating what caused the collision, including possible technical or operational factors. A river cruise is supposed to be castles, wine, and cheese, and somebody explaining why every building is older than the United States. It is not supposed to include an emergency evacuation before breakfast. Travelers scheduled to sail through Vienna should monitor updates from their cruise line, but current reporting does not suggest that the entire cruise season is shutting down. Now, let's bring some brighter cruise news. Explora Journeys has officially taken delivery of the Explora III in Genoa. She is the third ship in the luxury line's planned 6-ship fleet and the brand's first vessel powered by LNG, which is liquefied natural gas. Liquefied natural gas offers lower emissions and cleaner air compared to fossil fuels. The Explora III said, "Hey, I'm luxurious. I'm environmentally conscious, and yes, my robe probably has a higher thread count than your sheets at home." The ship is also designed for future renewable fuels and has been certified to operate in polar regions. The Explora IV and the Explora V are expected in 2027, followed by the Explora VI in 2028. Explora Journeys is building ships faster than some of us unpacked from the last vacation. Now, let's sail from new ships to ancient stories. Christopher Nolan's new movie, The Odyssey, is creating a major surge of interest in Greece. One tour operator says its Greece bookings are up 76% compared with last year and has added 22 new itineraries. Travelers want to visit places connected to the story and the movie, including Athens, Corfu, Ithaca, Mycenae, and Peloponnese. Apparently, audiences watch Odysseus struggle to get home for 10 years and said, "Hey, that looks exhausting. Where do I book?" This trend is called set jetting, traveling to destinations featured in a movie or a television show. And, I totally get it because I've watched the Hobbit series and I actually want to go there and see how they live. So the good news is that your version of the Odyssey can include air conditioning, hotel breakfast, and a return flight that does not involve sea monsters. Now let's taxi over to airline news. Southwest and American Airlines have lowered their profit forecast after jet fuel prices jumped sharply in July. I wonder why. Average U.S. jet fuel prices rose about 30% between July 2nd and July 22nd. That's 30%. The fuel did not increase. It upgraded itself to premium economy. Passenger demand remains strong, but high fuel costs can eventually influence ticket prices, route decisions, and how quickly airlines expand services. And please understand, when the airline says fuel costs are rising, I automatically hear somebody is about to invent another fee. Soon, the safety demonstration will say, in the event of an emergency, your credit card will drop from the ceiling. Finally, Universal says theme park attendance was lighter than expected during the second quarter, especially across the broader Orlando market beginning in June. However, Epic Universe continues to perform well and overall theme park revenues still increase. Now, before everybody rushes to Orlando expecting an empty park, calm down. Softer attendance does not mean you will have Hogwarts to yourself. It means the line may be 2 hours instead of long enough to complete a college degree. Universal believes higher fuel prices and weaker consumer confidence contributed to the slowdown. For guests, softer attendance could create better opportunities on certain dates, but ticket prices, hotel rates, and crowd levels can still vary dramatically. Check the calendar before you book. Everybody loves a shorter line until 40,000 other people listen to this podcast. Today's travel tip: when gastrointestinal illnesses is reported on board a ship, rely on the official update, not rumors running through passenger groups like diarrhea after eating bad lettuce. Wash your hands, and I mean wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially before eating and after using the restroom. Avoid touching shared serving utensils, especially from that lady over on Carnival, and then touching your face. Use your cabin bathroom when practical, and notify the medical center lickety-split if you develop symptoms. Pack basic over-the-counter remedies approved by your healthcare provider, but do not attempt to treat serious dehydration or persistent symptoms on your own. And always carry travel insurance with medical and trip interruption benefits, because the only thing worse than being sick on vacation is being sick, missing part of the vacation, and finding out your policy covers absolutely nothing except emotional baggage. Now, I want to hear from you. Would repeated illnesses reported make you reconsider sailing on a particular ship? Does the Explora III's luxury experience interest you? And have a movie or television show ever inspired you to visit a destination? Leave your answers in the comments. I love to hear your thoughts. Again, I'm GFree, your cruise therapist. Follow the Cruise Therapy Podcast group on Facebook for more cruise news, travel alerts, destination trends, and, of course, cruise therapy. Until our next therapy session, keep calm, keep cruising, and keep listening. And I'll see you on board the Carnival Mardi Gras in line waiting to ride Bolt, the first roller coaster at sea. Please have a shot of tequila waiting for me afterwards to try to calm my nerves. Bye!